Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Morning snow, clearing later, eventually 36 the high. It's about 30 downtown. I don't know if you know this, but apparently it's a little bit like a holiday today.
It is. Oh, no. What am I not prepared for?
In a weird way. It's one of those, obviously made up holidays or whatever.
Okay.
So that's fun. But let's go to WZZM. They have the details for said holiday.
Okay.
9 on this Wednesday morning, it is National Hug a Newsperson Day. And pretty much no one loves to hug more than our own health reporter,
Hug a newsperson day?
Yep. That can't be real. They made that up for the purposes of this story.
Oh, that has to be. I bet that was invented by Lauer.
I don't want to drive all the way to the weather ball. Let's just go across the street to the museum and hug whoever's at Wood right now.
Yeah, they love us.
Yeah. I'll hug all of them.
Yeah. I'll stand outside that window and yell, Kirkwood, come hug me.
Oh, I bet he gives such excellent big man hugs.
He's built like the brawny guy.
He's very strong hands.
Yeah.
Very tall.
Don't touch me, dude.
And that's why she's here. She's going to tell us why hugs are so healthy.
Let's just bring it in.
Hug.
Bring it in.
Group hug right now.
Oh,
That's an HR report.
I just boosted your immune system. Thank you very much.
Not getting sick anymore.
Not getting sick anymore. It's one of the benefits of hugging. That's.
I'm gonna use that some other time when I hug somebody that they didn't really want me to hug them. I'm gonna go, I'm boosting your immune system.
Yeah. You stay away from Maitland's immune system.
How's your immune system, Steve?
Maitland needs to be sick all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to
Now,
hug
Justin,
Maitland.
you don't like hugs, and you get sick sometimes. You told me this morning you didn't feel well.
I get sick all the time, which
We might need to give you some booster shots.
is why I don't like germs or hugs.
I like hugs.
I do, too.
I love hugs.
I like hugs from people that, no, I like hugs, period.
From
Even
anybody.
when,
I do,
I
too.
do.
Just
Even
about.
when listeners are like, can I give you a hug? I'm like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, because it's genuine affection.
Yes.
They like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like when people like me.
I mean, at least as far as I know, they're not hugging me because they want to pass along some sort of disease that's going to kill me.
I don't want to hug people I don't like, but it's a short list of
obviously.
people I don't like.
I'm generally not going to find myself around people I don't actually like. I avoid people I don't like.
Right.
So
Okay, so from now on, when we say hello, we all hug each other. So every single time we see each other in the morning.
That's not really how it
man.
works.
no, it's
I'm
too
down.
often. It's a little too often.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I want to start every day. I think that's what my life has been missing.
Really?
I mean, it could be.
More warm embrace. From my
it could be. We
coworker
could start
friends.
every day. I mean, I've seen shows before where if they're all very religious or whatever, where they start off with a prayer and Tebow breakfast.
Hell, I'll kiss people.
Yeah, Jersey people like to kiss even when they first meet you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It can happen.
I'm out. I draw
Now,
the
I would
line
say
there.
hugs every morning would be a little much, but like my friends who I don't see that often.
Yeah.
Like if I see my friend Brian once a month or every 6 weeks or whatever, every single time I see him, I give him a hug.
Yeah.
We always hug.
It's sort of a special like
Yeah.
after the night show, I'll hug you guys. Typically.
Because you're drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Very very handsy, but that's okay. I know it's coming from a good place. It's without malice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we call you Greggy Fingers.
Does someone hug you with malice? Does that happen? Have you seen someone hug you with malice?
It could. Oh, yeah. Haven't you ever been hugged by somebody where you go, I think they're trying to actually squeeze the life out of me?
I
You
don't
get
think I have.
some big stupid lummox.
Listeners.
Yeah.
No, I've never had that.
I have. It's the same kind of person that they try to break your hand when they shake it.
Oh, I hate those.
And they know what they're doing.
Proof. I'm
You
so
don't need to
strong.
do that. Like, I have relatively strong hands compared to a lot of women, but I don't try to squeeze their hand off.
Compared to women,
You squeeze appropriately.
you're a monster.
What do? You squeeze appropriately. You get these jerks that shake your hand, and it's like they want to prove how strong they are by making your hand dust.
That happens so infrequently, and it makes you
happens-
so mad.
It happens
all the
at
time.
least. It happens at least once every market visit.
It happened in Albany?
Yes.
Yes.
There's
No.
always that guy.
I can
yes,
point the
there
guy out.
is.
I,
Really?
I won't.
I
on
shook
the
all
air.
the same hands you did.
And it's even worse when it's not just a straight squeeze, but they kind of bend your hand inward so that your tendons like roll on one another. You go, God, what is your effing deal, Ultimate Warrior?
I've seen Hot Wings.
Jesus, shake my hand like a normal person.
I've seen Hot Wings actually yell at people like at a morning show. What are you doing to my hand? Oh, yeah, you're strong. Good for you.
That's about the only time I will yell at somebody. It makes me really mad when somebody just overdoes it.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, I'm legitimately happy to meet you, and I want to say hello in a proper social norm kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't want you crushing my hand to prove your masculinity any more than I want you to reach out and squeeze my balls. Like, don't do that.
Really? I think I would, of the two, I want you to break my hand more than I want you to reach out and squeeze my balls.
But
For the record, I have a sliding scale on that one. Squeeze my balls is way down the list of things I want you to do.
I don't want either of them to happen. Yes, one is worse than the other, but I don't want either of them. You keep your hands to yourself unless you can do it right.
Yeah, and one handshake's enough. We don't need to continue doing this handshake game thing where we do 3 or 4 and you call me cuz every single handshake. And they always end with the snap. It's always the bro snap. All right, cuz.
I've never had that happen either.
I have definitely.
You guys
had
have
that
weird
happen.
experiences.
No, we just connect with different audiences.
Yeah, we talk to people
I talk to people.
No.
Don't do that. Not cool.
in a friendly way.
No,
You're
I am very
intimidating.
friendly. I am not
You
intimidating.
must be.
No, I'm not. I'm very friendly.
Well, if you're not having these strange interactions,
Maybe
people are
just
very
I set
off-put,
boundaries
I
better.
guess.
Yeah, right.
Who's snapping with you all the time? 3 times.
It happens.
That's crazy.
There
All
are
right.
a lot of people who do that. There was a guy at my grandmother's funeral,
Thank
some
you.
geezer who was about 80 did that to me. It threw me so off. He was a guy who had been in Nam. He told me like 4 times. I don't even know who I still to this day don't know if he's related or not.
Well,
I go,
what do you think? He's just a funeral groupie?
Because he was like a couple of times, somebody introduced me as, I don't know what, and he goes, like, Dabo. You know how I got that name? Nam. Because and then he explained something, and I didn't know what he meant because I wasn't in Nam.
You look like you were.
And,
You're about the same age.
No, he was super nice. He was very, very nice. But he told me that on the way in. He told me that in the middle somewhere. And then on the way out, he also told me that.
In case you forgot.
But every time he did the start with kind of a handshake and then immediately morph it into the, fist pump, thumbs up, and then finger snap at the end of it.
Yeah.
Fingers.
And that was normal when I would do that with my friends in high school. But when it's a strange man who's about 80 at a funeral, you go, all right, we're doing this.
Did you tell him
You go, I don't know.
about your hierarchy that, I don't know if you know this, but I prefer someone squeezing my balls to this. That's my grandma.
I did offer up my balls.
I think my face
But,
just says.
but that one didn't make me mad though. It was just I wasn't prepared for it out of a man that old at that venue. But he didn't try to hurt me.
What about strangers? Like at the airport, somehow I was walking back from getting a sandwich, walking right back to you guys. I could see you guys, and some stranger started having a conversation with me about. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Then he reached out, gave me a dap, and a snap.
Oh, I saw that. I thought you guys bonded over something.
Well, we were walking next to each other. That was it. And I go, well, there must be something about me that people just go, I'm going to talk to this guy.
It does seem to happen.
All the time. Mm-hmm. And I just, and then I had
That happens to me. No one ever tries to give me a snap shake.
Also, maybe.
I think it's because everybody you pass in the airport, you go, sup, dog, to them. And so eventually some people react to that.
I was like, yo, brother.
Yeah, some people like that.
What's up, son?
Well, back to this hug story. We made it 24 seconds.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Where the news people have created this thing so people will grope them.
I'm going to hug you.
It's because hugging decreases your stress, which improves your immune system. Some of the other things about hugging include lowering your blood pressure. A study out of North Carolina found that women who get hugs from their partners have higher levels of oxytocin.
Okay. You hug your mom like this?
Do I hug my mom like that? No.
Where I'm sucking on her cheek? No, I don't do that. I mean, I
so I thought you'd ask. I don't have a mom. I don't know.
I hug normal.
But I give my mom a real hug.
Yeah, of
2
course.
hands.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean it.
I got
Not like a bro hug, like, hey, shake hands, tap, tap, all right.
Like his hand's touching her boob. That's his mama.
I don't think it is.
Those are boobs right there
think
underneath
that's
that
his-
arm.
Well, yeah, I'm not disputing that she's a female.
I think that's
disputing
two couples that
I
are
don't
having an
know.
embrace.
That's
don't-
total your age, Dad. Look at the forehead.
It is not. Those are.
It is
yeah,
too.
Well, maybe, but those are couples.
Also,
Like,
it's a stock photo.
also yeah, that's
They're
right. It's from
probably
Getty Images.
Yeah,
So
I mean, this isn't a real normal photo.
It's a real family.
Lower blood pressure levels. And that hug can also help lower your pain
now
tolerance.
this is all fine
Researchers
that hugging does all this stuff. I mean, most people know that hugs are positive. You've heard those stories before, but I still fail to understand here why this isn't like National Hugging Day. It's National Hug a News Person Day. Like that. Who did that? Again, I think it was Matt Lauer.
Probably. Maybe Bill O'Reilly.
Could be.
in London found that that same oxytocin produced by hugs upped the pain threshold in patients. And holding a hug for an extended period of time, like 30 seconds or more, which I know can be a little awkward.
That is
But
long.
can give you a satisfying boner.
It increases your serotonin levels and elevates your mood, making you happier. It also helps balance the nervous system with skin-to-skin contact. Now, this is one of the reasons why parents are encouraged, like right after they have that baby, to have skin-to-skin contact, because it helps them develop their nervous system and calm them down, especially like with pre.
I never had that skin-to-skin contact.
It wasn't a thing.
No,
then.
no.
I feel
we
closest
definitely
to you in
didn't.
this room.
It's too late. Your nervous system is already malnourished.
It's very much so. But I
Yeah.
feel like I can bounce back. Can I have a little skin-to-skin contact with
No.
you? Steve, you like hugs? Shirt off?
Yeah, definitely.
You would hug me with your shirt off?
I would.
I didn't like that I asked
You
that
feel
then.
all warm.
Now it's funny that you bring this up.
Is it?
It is because while this hasn't happened on the earthly plane, your soul must have felt better, because I legitimately, 100% true, give me a Bible, I'll put my hand on it, had a dream in which Justin had his shirt off and we had an uncomfortable hug over something in the studio where something had happened to him, and I go, oh man, that sucks.
And did you have your shirt off?
No, I
Just your
didn't-
nightcap?
I didn't, but then it got awkward because part of it was that I know Justin doesn't like hugs. So I'm actually dreaming this, and I go, "Oh, I'm going to make Justin uncomfortable." But then because his shirt was off and he wouldn't let go of me, and then it started to get really weird, and you had BO.
You started to come from like a little kid where you run your
all
fingers
true.
around his back in a figure eight.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all true.
Justin's legs started trying to itch a spot he couldn't reach.
Yeah. So it's crazy that this came up, because I really did have that dream.
Thanks
that
for
make you
dreaming
feel
about
better?
it.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
But we embraced. It wasn't sexy.
I dream about
It
you,
sounded
too.
very realistic.
We're not doing that.
It was. I swear to God, that's true.
They have the whole skin-to-skin contact now, and that's one of the reasons why. Hugs are also good for your mental health, because they teach you to be present in the moment. And if you don't hug, you could die. Hugging is essential to life as breathing. A study out of Carnegie Mellon
No, it's not.
University in Pittsburgh found that
It's
it's
literally
Not
not.
as essential to breathing. And here's why I know. I don't get hugged that often, but I breathe all the time.
So depressed that they stop eating, and then they die.
Oh.
And pioneer in family
That seems like
therapy
hyperbole.
Yeah. Remember
Val.
those? I remember those Argentinian miners. They were worried whether or not they were getting any air and food and water while they were in the mines. But the biggest problem was getting someone down there to hug them.
Okay. They're going to bring up children next.
Yeah.
Free Bear, how many times a day do you hug each one of your children? You're a very loving family, very, when they're not,
Even then, especially then.
we say the average is a day.
Yeah, does holding them down count as hugging?
If it's done with love.
I would say 5 to 10 a day per kid.
Yeah. Okay. It seems about.
Like with 4 or 5 of them being the ones where I say, "Come here, give me a hug," or where I like with the twins, it's a little harder to pick up Henry. He's still actually plenty of times like he wants you to pick him up and everything else.
Yeah.
But the twins, where you still pick him up and I'll say, "Give me a squeeze." One of my favorite things on earth is a toddler with their arms wrapped around their neck, acting like they're squeezing your head off, and it's barely any pressure at all. That's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. It's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
It does make me happy, and I hope it makes them happy.
They're going to get into how great hugs are for kids.
Virginia Satter says that you need to survive 8 hugs a day. For maintenance, you need
Oh, that was 4.
12
Come
hugs
on.
a day.
No,
Or,
you're
11
getting
hugs
this
a day.
all wrong. Oh, I'm
read
so
the
disappointed.
graphics.
Somebody needs to hug you.
They did.
Harlan,
It made her
get on
uncomfortable.
it.
Hugs a day, and for growth, you need 12 hugs a day. So 4, 8, and 12.
That's a lot of hugs a
She
day.
doesn't really ever explain her theory behind it, but I love to hug.
Just go with it.
It's not bad
Yeah,
advice.
didn't describe her theory, so, fake news.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just run with it.
It's never going to work for a crosstown station that just got bought up.
Yeah, now, I mean, I
they do the-
I
they
agree
did the
the
thing,
more...
The deal hadn't closed yet. One in Kalamazoo did.
I agree that the more you hug your kids, the better. But I don't think they need 4 a day to survive.
No.
They're not going to die. They might turn into terrible people eventually.
Yeah.
And
they might not.
But I don't remember getting hugged all that often as a kid.
They will.
We weren't that affectionate of a family. Like, I knew my family loved me. I wasn't beaten either, but we weren't a particularly affectionate family. I have no memories really of hugging my parents at all until I moved to college.
Yeah.
Until I went to college and became more of an adult, and then that's when we started saying "I love you," and we actually started hugging one another. And
When you're there every day, you take each other for granted, particularly when you're kids.
That was a big part of it. Yeah, I hugged my mom and dad as often as I would hug my sisters.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Do
you hug your sisters now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Both of them?
Yeah. Yep. Both
Same?
of them. Yeah.
You love your sisters
much.
the same? You don't love one more than the other?
I don't choose one over the other. I love both my
Which one do you
sisters
like better?
equally. I like them both.
How's that possible?
It's true. We
I have three
we actually
sisters.
do get along
I
quite
have
well.
Favorites?
I mean, I'm still my own favorite.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.